Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Phasmophobia and the 30-minute lunch break challenge. That is it, 30 minutes now to find the ghost and identify and put it in the journal as to what we think it is. And if we don't know, we have to guess at the end of that 30 minutes, provided, of course, we are still alive. And I said last week that I'm now going to move up to doing this on intermediate level. We've done amateur, we've had enough successes, so let's move it up to intermediate. And we are already on the clock. We're nearly a minute in. Oh, look, Willow Street is back. Willow Street is a good one to do in that kind of time scale. So let's jump straight in there. Intermediate difficulty. Ready up, start. Let's go. Let's go. We did Fearless Friday. Every Friday is Fearless Friday. Excuse me, I've just had something to eat. Something still in my teeth. And we did... so we ramp up to professional level on Fearless Friday. I normally duo it, but my friend Gage had to pull out the last minute due to some urgent commitment, so I tried to do it on my own, and in 30 minutes there's too much ground to cover solo, and it wasn't a successful run. I escaped with my life, but had to make a guess on very little information. So I think what we'll try and do is, if I am on my own on Fridays, I will just pick a smaller map but put it on professional level. Right, let's have a quick look. Donald Robinson. Paranormal EMF, candle and motion sensor, all good stuff. I've got my webcam light on so bright, it's really giving me a bit of a circle glare when I look at the dark screen, but it's just I can never get the light right in this room. It's not the best place to do it. Right, let's pick up spirit box and an EMF reader, and let's crack on, let's crack on. Nice small map, 28 minutes to go. Shouldn't be too much problem to find the ghost. Whether we live long enough is another matter. I'm not really sure what the difficulty changes are with intermediate. I think we only have maybe a minute or two in which before the HUNT can begin. Let's have a look. Are you in here? Not in here. I don't even know if the power starts on intermediate or whether that's just it just starts off on professional. Let's have a look. The power is on, and let's try and hit. Are you in here? Not in here. It might not be a spirit box ghost, but it's always good to rule it out. Are you in here? So I think this bit here counts as the hallway and is actually a separate room. I can see a bone up ahead, which is good. We'll come back in with the camera. Are you in here? Nothing detected. Are you in here? I find it's always best just to ask that same question over and over again rather than spam questions. If you do it too quickly, it doesn't actually recognise that you're asking questions. Are you in here? Nothing detected. Normally I get ghosts that are in the basement when I do Willow Street, which is always lovely and terrifying. Are you in here? Which means, if it is a spirit box ghost, it'll be down in the basement, which is always the scariest place, but we can turn the light on, but I'll have to turn the light off once I start bringing the motion cameras down here. So let's flick this on because I'm a scaredy cat. Are you in here? No. Let's try this far room. Sometimes there is a Ouija board down here. Not today though, and I've had it I think in one of these rooms as well. Oh, let's get around that door. I wish there was a sink. There it is. There's our friend there. Are you in here? I heard it. I heard it right behind me, a footstep. So it is down here somewhere, but it might just not be a spirit box ghost. Are you in here? Are you here? Nothing detected. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to... Oh, let's turn it off first. There we go. We don't want to leave that on while it's crackling away. Grab... There you go, you heard it, it's really close. We'll pick this up and we'll take this right back to the front door. I'm assuming that was down here. Did you? I mean, I heard that loud footstep and that loud the door, but it sounded. I thought it opened all the doors, unless it's shutting doors. Hi Dan, it is, isn't it? It's always on a bit of a delay. To be honest, I probably should actually set up a bit of a coming soon kind of, or starting soon screen, but the problem is because I'm on a bit of a timer over lunch, it's always tricky. Oh, I probably stuck that in a little bit too far there. But I do appreciate you you stopping by, of course. Let's plug in the power and start answering the questions. I think I need to be just over the threshold. What room are you in? Where are you? Step back a bit in case the door shuts. So we are in the L. I bet I was going to say lounge. L. Oh no, no. L-E. F. Left. S-T. If that's storeroom, that's downstairs in the basement where we heard the footstep, which makes sense. Left storeroom. Okay, right. And it's not a spirit box ghost, so we could rule that one out. I will, of course, check the old EMF reader, but I may as well quickly go back in. Check the sanity. If it hasn't dropped very far, it hasn't. It's possibly not a demon. If you use a Ouija board, your sanity does not drop if it is a demon, because the Ouija board is one of the fastest ways in which sanity will go down. Which is also the case in the game as well. Right, let's take this downstairs and see if we can pop that up and get a ghost orb or two in that bottom storeroom. And I do wish they would increase the speed at which we peg it, because this, look at me. Look at me. I could hop faster than that. Right, let's go. Let's go. We'll try not to ask any more questions until we get things set up. I really don't want to increase what I call the hate meter, which is something I completely made up. But the more we do, the more we try and interact with it, the more angry it'll become. So let's pop that down there and turn it on and see if we can get some ghost orbs. And that will tell us for sure whether that is the ghost room or not. And my puppy is biting my ankles. That really hurt. Ow! Get off. There we go. It's always terrible when you are running for the door and it shuts just when you're about to get it. But we made it out again. So let's go and turn that on. Could get lucky, could get some ghost orbs straight away. We can start to narrow down what we think it is. Get him, Papa. Oh, look at that! There's a ghost orb straight away. Good. I like it. I like it when we can start to get moving with this. Ghost orbs. So, Phantom. We have a Ouija board. Phantom's mostly summoned with the Ouija, but doesn't necessarily have any correspondence. Could be just coincidence. Poltergeist, Jinn, Mare, Shade, Yurei, Yokai. Oh, blimey. Half the book. Half the book. So we'll take in the EMF next. I want to go and take in that too, because we'll take a picture of the bone for some extra wonga. We'll get a picture of the Ouija as well. I think that counts as a Ouija board shot. Let's just ask it a question, get it to move, and then we'll get some interaction. Where are you? We already know, but it may have moved. Are you here? How old? Oh, I haven't turned it on yet. Turn on the switch. There we go. Take a picture for some interaction. So it's going to tell us how old it is. Oh, look at that. Nice try, you teenage ghost. It was about to say it was, unless it's a baby ghost. Nice try. Now that was pretty quick. Pretty quick. How is that sanity looking? It was about 83, 82 when I left. Here we go. Level 10. It's the hunt going on. Down to 26. Wow. Wow. That has dropped from about 83 to 26 very, very quickly. What on earth can do that? What can drop our sanity that quickly? Phantom. Looking at a phantom will considerably drop your sanity. We didn't see it. Well, I didn't, unless it was appeared right there. I'm skimming this quickly because we are on the clock. Demons attack more than any other ghost. So look, there's the demon. Asking it questions on the board won't lower sanity, but a Yurei has stronger effects on people's sanity. So it could be, and that's a ghost orb. Yurei has ghost orbs. It could be a Yurei. I'm completely making that up based on what little we've seen. But I'm already going to have to pop those pills, otherwise we're going to have problems. Let's take those quick and take that back in. Hopefully the hunt will have stopped now because my flashlight has stopped flickering, which is of course what means we're experiencing a hunt. So I think it was going to tell us it was a teenage ghost. 17, there we go, it's a teenage ghost. We're dealing with an awkward teenage ghost. And I'm going to keep these doors shut for now because I don't know if it's going to start roaming. And we'll pop the EMF on as we go down here. So, of course, at this point, we're now risking our life. when we go in, because if it suddenly pops down here, power is still on, always good. Now, did I shut that door before? Evidence of EMF, but not an EMF level 5. We will just do a skim around the room, quick. Because you see how the EMF is not going off again? It is very much positional. So now, now we know this is the ghost room. Not a good place to be. Again, EMF level 3, not an EMF level 5. Shut. But that should at least get us that objective, which is good. I'll keep these doors shut. So I'm just going to check these rooms. Oh, it says push door, isn't it? Push door. How are we doing for time? Just under 20 minutes. I don't think we're going to get much else, to be honest. I think if this was going to be an EMF level 5 ghost, it would have triggered had we gone into the basement. But I'm going to just check round here. He just walked through me, mate, 100%. You think, is that what the EMF reading means? Is that the point where the ghost is walking literally through you? Because I'm pretty sure that's what it means when your thermometer dips to about 3 degrees. If it's not a freezing temps is normally the ghost room, I believe. I think when it drops to about 3 degrees, the ghost is either around you or close to you. But I don't know much about, right, so it will be. Okay, so the EMF, that means that the ghost was there. So it was downstairs where this went off, wasn't it? So we've got that objective, EMF readers. We've got a candle and a motion sensor. As long as I can survive, sanity's still good. As long as I can survive, we'll take that. What else have we got? There's the camera. I can't do the motion sensor on this one. I have to take the candle down first, and then we will come back for the motion sensor and stick that up there. So we'll put this near the room. I don't really want to put it in the ghost room because I'm confident that I know what's going to happen when I do that. Try and keep my ears peeled for any further activity. So I'm just going to put you there. And come back and get the motion sensor, which I'll put down in the basement naturally, and then hopefully that's another 2 objectives. Then after that we can just work on getting the ghost and hopefully survive, and that'll be our first intermediate solo run. And to be honest, I actually tried an intermediate solo run in Ridgeview over the weekend. I had a poltergeist. That was fun. It was my first ever poltergeist. It was chucking balls across the corridor, but to see things like that just come out from the sides is something I hadn't quite experienced before. I've seen movement before where things have knocked off a table, but just the way the balls went woomph. It's quite a shock. Right, what am I doing? I wanted to get the motion sensor, didn't I? So that's those 2 things. I can chuck the lighter. And what else do we want to chuck that in? We'll bring that with us, and we'll check for some... No, it's my 3 things, isn't it? I always forget the torch counts as one of the 3 things. I always think torch is kind of just there the whole time. But we'll pop these in and see if we can get away with it quickly. One of my favourite houses is Willow Street. It's the newest one. Came out, I think, last month, maybe near mid-June, early July. It's pretty new, but I like its compactness, and I love this basement. It's got to be the creepiest basement because you're kind of just expecting to get gotted at any moment. Here we go, let's chuck you in there. Oh no, quick! Right. Oh, I can hear it, I can hear it, I can hear it, I can hear it, I can hear it. Shut the door! And motion sensor, let's just pop you there because there's not really anywhere else for you to go, is there? Right, so when that goes red, there's nothing there. If that was now to go green, the ghost would be walking past it. Always fun when, of course, you're playing with teammates and somebody dies because they always mess around with the motion sensors and you're like, is that the ghost? Is that them? So if ghost writing appears on there, that's 2 out of 3 things And hopefully I chucked it in the right point that I might be able to see it on the camera. And then sometimes you can just see the ghost writing appear, and it's like I didn't even have to go back in there to check, which is always good. Always good. How are we doing for time? We're halfway through the challenge. So the ghost was doing something there. That could have been when I heard the footsteps again. Sanity's okay. Motion sensor. We'll hear the motion sensor go off if it was to do that now. There's the motion sensor where that red line is. So if it walks out of that room, starts to go roaming, we'll soon know about it. So unfortunately, I chucked the book just a little bit out of range. I am going to have to go in and go and check that. But we can take some salt, and I will... Hold on. Why am I doing salt? I don't need the salt. I know where it is. We'll take the temperature monitor in, and we'll also... I've got free hand, haven't I? That's silly. Free hand, and we'll take... I didn't even... That, fingerprints... That's the problem when you're trying to rush. You forget to do silly things. Or you forget to do things, then you do silly things. And that's what gets you caught out. So I'm going to check the power. Because the power goes off, temperatures will start to dip, and it means it's harder to read. Although freezing temps is freezing temps. You don't need the power on for that. I think my puppy is trying to defend me from my freezer out there in the utility room. At least it's not my feet. It's like kittens, got really sharp claws, like needles. Puppy teeth are not far off. I have to turn you off. This could have an impact on my sanity. Apparently darkness has an impact. I'm going to check both sides of the door. No fingerprints at this stage. That's me setting that off. Did you hear that? See, something moved in, unless that was me knocking something off. Let's quickly get that back on. And I didn't check for freezing temps. See, that's what I mean. You sort of rush and you're sort of checking. Did you see that? Ghost moved. That'll be the motion sensor. Blow out the candle. It's right here. If it starts to HUNT, I do not want to be caught while it's doing that. Time and a place. Time and a place. I don't think it's been up here yet. I'm going to just leave that just outside the door and go back and see if I need to get back in there though. I might take a smudge stick. Although, you know what? I don't know how much effect a smudge stick has. Blow out a candle. Do candles go out automatically? I mean, that would make sense from a real life perspective, wouldn't it? Which I lost the lighter, I think, back in the house. What I could do is take the crucifix in. Maybe if I can position it right, I can get it to stop a couple of hunts. But that would mean that the ghost would need to still be in that storeroom, and I'm not going to ask the squiggly board because I will risk a sanity drop. And the lower my sanity, the more frequent ghost hunting will be. And I realise I can say hunt because I haven't got push to talk on. Although apparently there is a bug. There is a bug where I think even if you haven't got push to talk on, the ghost can still hear you. But it's not guaranteed. It's a by exception bug, I believe. Hello Meg, how are you doing? How is it going? We are on Willow Street on intermediate ghost writing. There we go, ghost writing. That's 2 out of 3 now. And we have ourselves a serious sanity ghost here. It dropped my sanity from around 80 odd to 20 odd just by interacting with the squiggly board once. And while I was in there again, I should have used the thermometer. Don't worry. Don't ever apologize for being quote unquote late. I only do these kind of quickly cram them in on my lunch breaks. Let's have a look because we have 11 minutes left. And I just appreciate you stopping by. So let's have a ghost writing. So we have ourselves a shade, or a yurei, or a yokai, or a hantu. Still 4. My money was on the yurei earlier because the stronger effect on people's sanity. Now I've never, not even professional, gone from 80 odd to 20 odd. So no. But freezing temperatures would be the one to rule it out. And every time I go down there, I'm too forgetful to turn on the thermometer. Meg, really now? A revenant. You're never going to be happy until you get your revenant. Let's see. I was going to take that. I think I left the lighter down somewhere in the house. That's a problem. I should always remember to throw things out here on the step where I put the UV light. I should always remember to put them there, because if you just throw them in the house, you think, ah, yeah, it's not too bad. I will find it again soon, next time I go back in. And then you forget. You're like, oh, I'm so terrified. I forgot where I dropped everything. That's how I sound when I'm scared. Here we go, here we go, here we go. Please. 5 degrees, 5 degrees. It's not freezing temperatures. Let's open this door again. Not freezing temperatures. Right, I can rule that out. But freezing temperatures should just be ghost room. It should just be cold if we are walking near or past the ghost. Oh god, it's opened the door. It's opened the door. I'm out of here. It really likes its a good bit of fresh air, does this one. Sometimes it's hard to spot in small rooms. I know, tell me about it. Sometimes everything is hard to spot in small rooms, especially when you're scared as I am. And I think that's why I natter so much. This game can be really funny in groups. I'm just going to check the van for the lighter again, but it can also be really, really scary. There are moments of pure spine-chilling moments. Like when we did the high school on Saturday, and out of the darkness, that football just came bouncing down the corridor. I've seen J-horror where that happens. It's brilliant. Brilliant. It's like every time I play this game, it's different. I'll take a bit of smudge sticks. I think I started saying earlier, and I'm not sure if I finished, but smudge sticks, when you're playing solo, the idea of a smudge stick is it's supposed to disorient the ghost. Disorientate, one or the other. And the ghost should go, oh, I don't know where you are, for a second, split second. The smudge sticks last for a small amount of time. And let's light you again. And I'm going, no, I can't pick you up at the moment. And why am I even here now? Why am I even here? I just came down to light that. And I used it solo, though, the other day when I was practicing an intermediate run, the poltergeist run. The poltergeist didn't even react. It just carried on chasing me throughout the house. It didn't go away. It didn't go off to another room. Although I think in multiplayer, it actually changes target, which is a bit PvP-ish. So I don't know if I'm understanding a smudge stick correctly. But if you cleanse the ghost area correctly, I think it can stop the ghost hunting for a short amount of time and longer for one of the particular ghosts. Right, let's come back to this. We have got 7 minutes left. Camera, all our objectives. So it still has another candle. We can worry about that. So we've got ghost writing, and we have spirit orbs, ghost orbs even. It's not freezing temperatures, so I don't think it's a Ure after all. What else could it be? It could be a... Let's have a gander. A shade. Let me quickly check through these ghosts. I know it's always a bit boring to watch it when you're looking at the journal. Shy... Don't know. I've had Shire. EMF level 5. We didn't get the EMF level 5, unfortunately. Stops it leaving its room. Thank you. Yes, I always get it muddled up how it works versus the crucifix. I think the crucifix stops it from hunting, I think, twice. It breaks off parts of the crucifix, each kind of arm, and then that's it. The crucifix is done. Smudge stick kind of has two purposes, but I suppose it's better because you have to carry 2 items. That's the trade-off. So the other one is Ure. We check Ure, Yokai, and I think it's Hantu, isn't it? Yokai and Hantu, the 2 newer ghosts. How do they work? Because I can never remember. So the Yokai's attracted to human voices, haunting family homes. That's just fluff. Talking near it will anger it, increase its chance of attacking. Weaknesses, it can only hear voices close to it, and that is the spirit box. But we went through the whole house and didn't get anything. Now, even if the ghost is further away, a spirit box will say things like far if it is further away. Hantu, fingerprints, ghost orb, ghost riding. Hantu, I get Hantu all the time. It's not turning off the power. But we could try again. We could try again for fingerprints. I could have just missed them. They are sometimes hard spots. So let's see what we got. Again, we'll chuck that here. We've lobbed the crucifix in. How's the sanity looking? 65. My voice just broke. Apologies there. Let's take this back in and we'll check. And we'll also take another EMF reader with us. May as well just go back in and check these 2. I wish there was... I think there is a trick. You can get this, the torch, and this on at the same time. Here we go. Let's have a look. I always hate this because you can never see anything. Always just check the power. I could just check that. That's the power, isn't it? There we go. That's the power. But again, it'll make it harder to see the fingerprints. Did I shut that before? I shut that, didn't I? Fingerprints! 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 We have fingerprints. It is a Hantu. It is a Hantu. It is a Hantu. Right, okay. You know me. 5 minutes to go. One objective left. The candle. Has it blown out the candle? Now, the candle is an objective. It has blown out the candle. Alright, that is it. I say it's one of those objectives that happens and finishes midway through. It is not one of the objectives that updates when you complete. So we have a Hantu. Again, I don't know whether there's milking the Hantus because it's a newer ghost, but we got another Hantu. There we go. And we have we're alive. That should be my biggest objective. But here we are. We have all objectives completed, plus the Hantu. Thanks, Dan. I appreciate that. That's great. And we still have a bossed. Bossed. Yeah, I'm getting the hang of it a bit more, but I think a lot of my deaths recently have been down to bad luck. Like, thank you, Meg. Thank you, Meg. But spawning, you know, just as I am there in the room, dropping a journal or something. And like early when I dropped the journal, and why am I doing rat movements? I've noticed some stuff. First of all, I was doing this. Now I'm doing rat movements. Like that. Anyway, but like early when I dropped the journal, I threw it, and it landed face down, which is really frustrating. I thought you could only do that with VR, where you can kind of control how you throw and drop things, but that was just bad luck. And I went back into the room thinking it's going to spawn right now, but it didn't, so we're good. Right, so let's... you happy with Hantu as well? Good. Happy with Hantu. She's wagging her tail. Here we go. We're going to close up the van. We'll just double check Hantu's in there. Let's do it. Wouldn't it be really funny if it was bugged and it came up Revenant right now? Let's see. I don't know why I keep saying that. Let's see, like it's going to be something different, but yeah. What? A Revenant? It's bugged. It's a Revenant. It's a Hantu, and that's all the objectives. That's 150 bucks. It's not bad. It's not bad. I think there's better I could do. I could take more photos. That's something I need to get better at doing, is taking more photos and exploring more. There's a bone. There's usually the voodoo doll. There is the Ouija board. Clearly says Revenant. That's what I thought, right? And I think there's also, you can get pictures of... I think I could have taken a picture of the fingerprints, for example, and fill up the album, and you get money for each photo you take that has a star value. I think that's how it works, and you can end up with some really good money. But also the difficulty level is, so 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80. 80 times 2 is 100 and 160. Why is it only 150? I thought it was literally times 2. Maybe there's more to it than that. But anyway, we'll do that. We'll do that. 150, I'll take that. And we've gone up a level. There we go, level 45. That is nothing in the grand scheme of things. I think currently it is literally uncapped, this game. You can go higher and higher and higher. 15 is when you can go on to professional level, and we do professional on Fridays as well. Fearless Friday, as I call it. I was up all night thinking up that name. Really unoriginal, I know. But anyway, my YouTube bit as always. So thank you very much for watching. And if you like this, please give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Consider subscribing for more horror shenanigans. But until next time, please stay safe. Bye-bye.